Any of you would like to read it out to the class?
I think, well, if Chad's got there first.
Did get there first.
Good folk of Small and Mighty, I know this request might not be of the caliber befitting your group's reputation, which is a great reputation, you know, but perhaps an exception could be made to help a mother in need. Oh, great. You see, my young daughter's faithful dog has recently gone missing. Oh, boo-hoo. Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't have gone to this length to find the hound, but her father is also currently missing, and the dog is a great comfort to her at this time. The father's also... Okay, fine, the father and the dog. She is distraught without them both, and I would feel terrible as a mother if I did not do all in my power to help her. So, while the City Watch searches for her father, I ask that you might help me search for her dog. If you intend to help, find me at my home above the Sliver of Silver pawn shop in the Hammercot Square Market, and I will tell you more. Speak to the old lady who runs the shop, and she'll bring you to me. Payment of 250 silver scepters, which doesn't seem like nearly enough, but anyway, will be made to your company for returning the dog to me and my daughter, Lauren Gibson.
I will just say quickly, first of all, amazing that Chad was the one who read that. That, to those who are listening, 250 seps is not just to Chad, that is not a lot of money for something like this. To Chad, it's an extremely small amount of money, but is generally speaking, that is not a huge amount of money.
Is Brask able to hear it? I know he's still inside, but...
For the sake of ease, let's say yes. Chad's a very loud speaker, so...
Yeah.
As soon as it got to the part about needing help, Brask would have stood up from the chair and marched outside.
Yeah, the guy still
so I
doesn't
want him
respond.
to try and just instantly grab this sheet of paper from Chad.
Okay, would Chad allow that?
Yeah, Chad's still just looking at it. Must mean 250 each per hour, I would assume. Yeah, so they he doesn't put up much of a fight with it being taken by Brask.
So Brask will look at it. I don't know, does Brask read this language?
No.
Yeah, so he'll just look at it and be like, somebody requires help. And scrunch it up, throw it over his shoulder, and just march in a direction. He doesn't know where he's going.
Brask, come back. We need to stay together. And do you know where you're going?
And Brask will just sort of stop and be like,
Come.
Brask is open to suggestions.
Burchard picks up the screwed up piece of paper and reads it himself. Like,
I think we should do it.
I was going to say, I mean, it's not a lot of money. It's less than I hoped, but
it's not.
Like I said
always
before,
fun.
we stand for looking after anyone who needs our help. So it's on our reputation to do this job.
Well, it's clear that what we should do is obviously to get the most out of this is to find hang the dog. We need to find the father, then we'll get significantly more money. Obviously.
Brask is going to grab Chad by the sort of the collar and be like, "We shall not kill the dog. We shall find the dog."
When Brask puts Chad down, Athalia is going to walk up to Chad like, Chad, if you try to bully this woman and her daughter into giving you more money, we will have problems. Even if we find her father, we take what she has and she's offering for this job, nothing more.
Point taken. I wasn't suggesting that we literally hang the dog first off, and also I wasn't suggesting that we would in any way put that down. I wasn't suggesting that we would in any way intimidate them. But if we came back with the father and not the dog, then whatever it is that they would be willing to pay us more. I'm sure of it.
Let me rephrase, Chad. So we're on the same page. If you ask them in any way for more money, we will have problems.
Priscilla chimes in.
Any money.
Oh, Chad, if you do an extra special job, especially, if you prove yourself and prove your worth, I just give you a little bit more gold.
Yeah, you see? What?
Focus on the job at hand.
Yeah, so if we go above and beyond, yeah?
We
then-
do it to help them, not for financial gain.
Why not both?
You.
Because they don't have a lot of money. Probably.
It remains to be seen, I suppose. I say we go and ingratiate ourselves as best we can, and if we can I'm sure we can do a better job than the City Watch. Don't you all agree? And we can, we can bring both back, the dog and the father. See how grateful they are then.
Ask doesn't know what ingratiate means. He just like, what?
Chad wants to be nice to the people, so he may get more money from them.
What?
But he takes you all to individual rooms, and you'll have a moment to like kind of look at these. And as you're kind of inspecting them, you do notice that there is one more thing wrong with each of your rooms. So we'll start with the roof. Why not? Will, tell me one thing that's wrong with Athalia's room.
It's got a leak in it.
Okay. So as these water's crashing into it, and you sort of spend a moment that you do see there's this trickling leak coming down, and it's just like inches away from your bedroll.
Okay, that's fine.
Brask, in your room. Sarah, what's wrong with Brask's room?
There are mice.
So as you go and get into this room, this kind of small box from the window, you're looking around, you just hear... And you just see like a bunch of like white mice running across the floor.
Snacks are included?
Oh boy. A terrible thing.
Burchard's like,
small and
yeah,
nicey.
sure, buddy, go to town, knock yourself out.
Brass just gonna grab his hand. Like, thank you so much for your generosity.
Oh.
Huh?
I love
I'm
it.
gonna write on my note: has mouse snacks in the room.
I thought you said there was something wrong with the room.
Chan, as you inspect your room, Ryan, tell me something wrong with Chad's room.
Chad's room is full of leaks, but as in the vegetable, like it's a storeroom for vegetables.
So Burch is like, I'm sorry, I didn't actually get a chance to empty this room. Currently, the cook's been using it to store a lot of our vegetables, so don't mind that. As a box of leeks on your bed, there's a bunch of potatoes over there as well, maybe some cabbages around it too. But I'm sure you can sort it out. And he just pats you on the back.
Snacks are included. Yeah, incredible.
Yeah,
Thanks very
full of
much.
veggies. Christine, if you look at your room, Unai, what's wrong with Christina's room?
Oh, I don't know. It's a bit moldy.
Moldy, okay.
Oh.
Yeah,
As you look at this bigger
Maybe
room
it's
that
the-
should have been a bit more luxurious, you're hoping, you do notice that like one of the walls is just covered in mold.
Wow. Can I cast a cantrip for that?
Yeah, we'll come to that in a second. I want to finish this and then we'll come
Right.
back to how you all personalize your rooms. We'll get to in a second. One of the walls is moldy. And finally, Pebble, you look at your room, and Will, what is wrong with Pebble's room?
I've already said that something was wrong with someone's room.
Have I missed one? Who's have I missed?
Chris.
yeah,
no,
Verity.
Oh, Verity. What is wrong with Unai's room? Pebble's room.
The floor only has a floorboard for every other board, so it's like board gap.
Oh
Yeah,
no!
your something has gone wrong in the construction of your room, and it is just gaps all over it. You can see beneath. You can look down into the common room of the pub, just about.
Oh,
Amazing.
but I would be like, I think Pebble would be like extremely grateful for, because he's been like living off the streets. So
Yeah.
it's like, oh, thank you so much. Yeah, this is enough for sure. Yeah.
It's just,
Just have
Bertrand
to-
looks at the room, and is like, just Just mind your step, yeah?
Yes, of course, yes.
Move like a chessboard.
Diagonally. Yes, he leaves you alone for a moment. So you have kind of as long as you want.
Natural 20. I don't have to use my
Ooh.
hero.
Wow.
Look at that
Hey.
anyway. Plus 3, 23.
So you're shouting, you're like, Daisy!
One of us just goes, I'm Daisy.
Yes.
The real
Um,
Scooby-Doo moment.
So you're shouting at Daisy and holding out a ration, okay? So wave it round, and what happens is you hear a bark coming from like a nearby alleyway.
Oh.
And running out the alleyway is a dog, not Daisy. Though you don't see a silver Labrador Retriever. You see some other kind, probably more like a
Pug.
kind of a pug. You found a pug.
Nice.
A pug comes
Amazing.
running out of the alleyway, and this dog comes running up to you like.
Okay.
Brask is gonna take a defensive stance against it immediately. He thinks it's
No, no, no.
attacking.
It's fine. It's fine. Pebble?
Yes. Oh, hello. Can I
Friend.
start talking to the dog?
I feel like I totally interrupted Chad's investigative moment. I'm very
It's
sorry.
alright. He
No, it's
deserves
all
that.
Come back to that in a second. I mean, yeah, Chad can be distracted by the phone while this is happening. Yeah, so what does it look like when you cast this spell, Pebble?
I don't think it looks like anything. I just start talking to the dog, like, "Oh, hello, friend," and I just like pet the dog, and it's
Yeah,
like, "Hey,
you start
have
talking to the dog, and the rest of you guys, you just hear the dog starts barking. Pebble, you hear, I heard you calling for Daisy!
I mean, we're looking. Sorry, we're looking for another Daisy. Have you seen? How can I explain Labrador Retriever to a pug? Pugs are fairly intelligent.
I know Daisy! I saw Daisy! She came through here the other day!
Okay,
I'm loving the shoulder movement.
nice.
Can I tiny like break off a tiny bit of the ration and just sort of chuck it, like feed it to the dog, like a...
Oh, I don't have to
I can
cast
take
it.
you to her. I can show you where she went. She went running through here, but I saw her.
Okay, which way? Which way?
For 3 rations.
Nasty.
What are you saying?
Oh, give her 3 rations, I guess. How many do we have? How many do
If
we
you
have?
look at your inventory, you'll see. You probably have like 10 each.
I don't.
I had like 1,
Oh, ration. One
but that
second.
could have been.
where
oh,
is
maybe
it
I
in-
didn't have 1.
If you're looking
That's
at
it,
your
equipment.
equipment, that's the word. 3
Uh,
rations in there. Not all of you might have.
Oh no,
them, but
I had
I have-
2.
Yeah.
I had 2.
I have 10. Brask will just give 3 immediately.
Yeah.
If that's the means to the end, he'll just do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
This pug jumps up and just snatches these from you and just starts chomping down these. And imagine they're like kind of like, I guess, like a jerky kind of thing, like dried meats, and just starts to just tearing into this jerky on the floor, devouring it almost immediately. It's like, right, so you want to find Daisy?
Yes.
Well, come on then, and starts running. And at the speed a pug does, which is obviously not very fast.
No.
You just start seeing this pug running. I assume you're following it.
Yes.
We gotta go, Chad. We gotta go.
I've got one question before Chad's reaction. was Pebble speaking English to the pug, or was he
I
speaking pug to the pug?
Oh,
No,
that's a
so
very good
Pebble,
question.
Pebble speaks in common. You can
Okay.
understand what Pebble's saying. The dog does not speak. For far as you're concerned,
Okay.
the dog barked at him.
Right. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Chad looks up from the bone and says, "Oh yeah. This bone says that we should go over there. So great. Let's go."
God.
How relative to like how fast he was stomping forward before, how slow is this dog, Brass?
This dog. Well, your movement speed is probably 30, isn't it? This dog moves at about 15, so about half speed.
That would be incredibly infuriating for Brask. So he's gonna hold it up in front of him like a compass.
Yeah. Pug keeps like wiggling and running.
Yes! Oh my god, yes.
Pebble, you
I
hear the
love
dog like, yes, perfect, this way. Just keep
Oh,
like
it does-
swimming.
Dog doesn't mind. Oh, I love. But hang on, have we established if this dog's name is also Daisy, or he?
You didn't ask the dog anything. The dog just
right.
started saying it knew where Daisy was.
Okay.
You haven't even verified that information.
I mean, how? How could I have verified it?
Ask if the what marking Daisy has.
Ask how it knows it's Daisy.
Okay. I'm assuming Tally has told me that. I don't know.
Ask how the dog.
We might want to check. We might want to check this dog is
So how does Daisy look? Is Daisy bigger than you?
So you're running to keep up with Brass because Brass is running along.
No, but I'm easy. I run easily.
That's fine.
Oh well. But Brass, yeah.
But the pug is still running as it kind of walks. It's like, yeah, Daisy, the silver dog.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. Silver dog.
Ask what marking Daisy has.
What marking does she have?
It had like a white splodge on the eye.
White splotch on the eye. What? Yeah. I think this is our Daisy. Nice, thank you.
Does sound.
She ran through here shouting her name, saying, "Dad, can you hear me? Dad, can you hear me? It's Daisy."
Oh!
She went this way.
Oh. Do I relay that information once I was like, yeah, I was a little bit out of breath, but I say like, oh, she was looking for her dad.
Like her dog dad, or like the little girl's dad.
I think because she's saying that it's Daisy, it means the human dad. But I mean, and the pug wouldn't know that. But yeah.
No, of course. I was just thinking out loud.
But I'm thinking that.
Chad's gonna catch up, jogging next to Christina. Is just gonna be like, yeah. So, what's going on?
Just running after a lizard man holding a pug.
Yeah. Why has Brass got the running off with that dog?
Right. I'm looking at it, and what I can see is that this dog is laid in the way. He's got little legs, so Brass is trying to help. So I think we should just keep going with this direction and hope we find Daisy.
Right, yeah. This is weird to you as well, right?
No! This is fine.
Yes.
Right, yeah. Okay, yeah,
A wall
Yeah.
sit against and just
Yeah.
staring at the floor because it's sinking in that she's murdered two.
Boy.
Even if they're rodent men, it's still
Yeah.
two people,
Yeah.
and she's
So,
she's sort of contemplating like how this happened and getting angry that she's bestowed this power and put in this situation without her consent. So
Cool.
she's having a character moment.
Yeah, okay.
basically.
Can Talia make like an insight check?
Yeah, absolutely.
Thing?
Yeah, so Christina, you kind of like slump against the wall. You are there's not a lot of places to do it, so you are unfortunately quite close to Pebble, who's retching and reeling. But it does kind
Lovely.
of the noise of Pebble retching and reeling does kind of distract a little bit from anyone else paying attention to you. So you kind of, in a weird way, find some comfort in that moment to have what you think is a bit of alone time, I guess. But Athalia, roll your insight check.
15.
15, okay. Yeah, I'd say as you're kind of working on these boxes, you do obviously catch that Christina kind of like slumps against a wall, and it's kind of not quite hand in head kind of thing, but there was kind of a look in her eyes of this kind of coming to terms and shock about what has happened. And it probably does, I imagine, draw you away from the task you were working on.
Yeah, I was like either I finish or kind of get most of them out the way, sort of, kind of like hurriedly finish the job, and just gonna go and sort of sit like next to Christina.
Mhm.
Be like, hey, Christina, are you how you doing?
Well, he succeeded in whatever we've done, but Do you have control over your powers?
Yeah, I do.
So I can't seem to get a handle of mine. And I mean, it's not like I asked for this. It's just happening, and I don't want to hurt anyone.
Well, do you know where your magic comes from?
Oh, it's this amulet that I don't even know where it came from. It just came to me. Then suddenly I could do magic. I mean, I know it's my family's amulet, but they always hid it away because they thought magic wasn't much use anymore. Maybe they thought it was dangerous as well.
Look, about, hurting people, they didn't give us that much of a choice. I don't want to hurt people who don't deserve it either. They started it and they would have killed us.
I guess they would have done. And it was an accident, both times.
Do you want more control of your powers?
Oh yeah, because I don't know what I'm doing. Lightning happened to come from my fingers, and there are other weird things that have happened, like glowing eyes and magic lights and all this stuff that I don't know what it is.
Adam, how does Tali know about where magic comes from, generally speaking?
I mean, in terms of what you know, you pretty much anything we've talked about, Sarah. Like,
okay. So, Christina, does the magic tend to happen when you're particularly emotional?
Yeah, I guess it does.
It's quite common, I guess, for newer people to have, they feel lots of things and it can express itself in various ways if you've seen.
About this point, Pebble stops retching as well. So, because if Pebble feels this conversation is relevant to Pebble as well, you can listen in.
It is extremely relevant, so I move there. I sit by the barrel and I listen.
Sometimes it can help to to center yourself a little. Take some deep breaths. Think of something that you like, something that is good. Have like a sentence or something that you say. It can help to focus your mind in emotional moments.
Yeah, I guess I'll try that. I have been very panicked because I'm very scared.
I think
there are lots of people jumping at me. Oh, good.
I think it's a perfectly reasonable response to our current situation. But it's okay, and it was an accident, and they were very, very aggressive. So I wouldn't beat yourself up about it too much.
Thank you. You want to help with the boxes?
Oh, sure, yeah. But if you want to talk about whatever you're going through with your magic, I'm happy to chat with you whenever. I hope I can kind of help you sort of, I don't know, have more control over what you're doing. I know what that feels like.
Thanks, Tarly.
Thank you. I really needed to.
Oh.
Can Brask hear any of this?
Yeah,
Well,
like
you're right
quite,
next to it.
kind of quietly sorting out the hive while this is going on. So yeah, you can hear this conversation.
Brask just kind of go over, and like put a big giant lizardy hand on Christina's shoulder and be like, "You vanquished your foes. Most importantly, you saved your friends. Save Brask. I am in your debt."
Thank you, Brask.
Then he'll turn to Tali and be like, "Also, yeah, thanks for the net. That was cool."
Mhm.
Don't worry, Brask.
And Pebble says, "And I am here
Wanna
too."
see my
No.
bees? Would you like to see my new bees?
I'm like, ooh. Try to lullaby them again, I guess. No.
At that point, Chad's gonna come out of that room and he's gonna look. look at just everyone sort of huddled around, clearly all having a moment without him. It's like, what's going on? Yeah, there's a staircase. We're here to get some money. I mean, save a guy. Come on, chop, guys.
Right,
I
and
think with Chad walking in and ruining the team bonding moment, that's what we're going to end today's
Fair.
session. Good job, guys. Come on, let's
Classic
go.
Chad.
Runs from this back room and just hugs her dad's leg. Again, this is like a 1 foot tall girl, just like hugging her dad
Aw.
up to like his waist practically. It's like, is there anything you particularly want to say to these people at this point? I'm going to try and wrap this up now, but
I mean, if Chad is going to try and get more money out of them, Tali is going to try to stop him.
well, kind of before Chad even has a chance, the mother, Laren, she gives you a pouch of money, and she doesn't tell you this, but it's quite clear that this is a heavier pouch of money than the money mentioned in the job. And she's like, honestly, please take this for everything you've done for me and my family. You've done more than I could possibly have hoped. And she just holds this bag of money up for someone to take.
I mean, Tali is going to just I mean, depends what Chad does, but Tali will say, we don't need all this money.
That's absolutely gonna be reaching out to be like, oh,
I
thank
mean,
you so
if
much.
he
No,
goes,
you're-
she's
you're-
gonna go.
You're more than welcome. You're more than welcome. Greatly appreciated, and all in day's work. We're small and mighty. We're clearly great at our jobs. Tell everyone, and
Make it while he's talking.
She just continues as Chad's kind of like, please take it. The city needs more people like you, and I think you should be appropriately rewarded for what you've done.
Tali.
couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree
well,
more.
Tali will try to take it, whether that's contested or not, I don't know. But
Yeah.
but we can
And
come to that in a sec.
So Chad is. It sounds like Chad and Talia are both going to try and.
How do we
Roll
do
me contested dexterity checks. So you get there first.
Nice.
Ready?
Okay.
3.
Is there? Hang on, wait. Is there? Because it's not initiative though, is it?
It
But
wasn't, but do you want it to be initiative?
Well, it's more. I have a vigilant blessing.
Roll with
so-
advantage, go for it.
Okay.
This is probably best for the group.
Let's do it. So it's just a d20 plus. Is it just flat dex?
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay. All right. Who goes
I'm
first?
just rolling a dexterity.
Yes, please. We'll start with Athalia, why not? It's your
Go on 18.
18.
Oh, Talia wins. 12.
12. Okay.
Yes.
So you do grab the bag before Chad gets there.
Chad's gonna turn it into a scratching his head.
Yes.
Type of thing. Like, great. It's gonna either turn into scratching his head or into a shaking of the hand that used to have the bag of money.
Yeah.
But how much is in this bag?
Quickly
rough.
kind of going through it. I won't mess around too much. There is 500 silver pieces in this gift bag, to double the original reward amount. Also changed the
Okay.
music because I realized that was way too intense for
No, I
who's going to
like
get
it.
the money.
No, I like that.
I don't know, man. It could be that intense. Okay. Can Charlie take 100 of those and give them back?
Well, you do remember that there is a split in your contract, the way it's supposed to be split. There's an equal. It's split between the party members, and also Berchard gets a cut.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, you can take money out of it first before that happens.
No, but like as in to give back to the lady.
Okay.
Oh.
It's 500, but we were
Sure.
meant to get 250. So Tali's gonna take 100 because then it's 400, which is
I see
still
what you're saying.
more than we were expecting.
I
But she
see
can
what you're
get some money back.
Roll me a persuasion check.
I can do
To
that.
see if you can convince her to take her own money back.
I'm convinced, Chad, that that's a good idea. Or you can do it sneakily.
Doesn't matter. I have the money.
You can do it sneakily.
I
Without Chad
don't.
knows the thing.
The 3.
A 3.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
She as you offer her the money back, she's like, really, I insist. Please take it. Like, spend it on equipment or I don't know, but we really need more people like you, and I'd much rather it goes to you than anyone else.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I couldn't agree more. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
If you insist, but take these, and she's gonna produce the woodcarver's tools, and give them to them like free of charge. Like we were going to sell these to you for money, but have them.
You see that Laren is about to again refuse it, but then Miss Gibbs is like, "I'll take those. Thank you very much. I can get some good money out of those."
There are these woodcarver's tools.
Oh, neat.
Yeah,
we
you found them in the brewery.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but Tali feels bad. She has to give him something.
Chan's gonna look at the grandmother's be like, now there's a lady who knows what she likes.
Oh boy.
And I think on that note,
Yes, a lady.
that's
who
where it's gonna
likes-
fade to
yes.
black, and there'll be a little like if it was a show, it would be like end of chapter 1.
Yeah.